You've been served with divorce papers. Take a breath and don't panic. Being served with divorce papers can be very emotional. The papers say that you have 20 days to respond, and you don't even know what that means. All you know is that your life has been upended, and you don't know what your future will be, or if you even have a future. It can be a daunting experience, especially if you are not familiar with the divorce process. When being served, you don't have to sign anything. Service is done when the server hands you the papers. Don't sign anything without first talking to a lawyer. The process starts when you are served. This means that a third party, not your spouse, handed you the papers. Papers received in the mail is not service. Don't be afraid of being served. Service is inevitable, and it starts the process. The sooner the process is started, the sooner it can be over, and you can get on with the rest of your life. When you are first served with the divorce papers and read the complaint, you will no doubt be very angry with all the laundry list of things your spouse is demanding. The complaint is literally a fill-in-the-blanks form when you get served. The immediate reaction is anger or fear at being named the defendant. Don't worry about it. It literally means nothing in divorce. All it means is that your spouse paid $210 to start the action and hire a process server for about $75. Being the defendant means saving $285. Being served with divorce papers does not mean that the divorce is final. Instead, the process has begun. The papers have bold-typed the scary words that you have 20 days to respond. You don't need to go to court. You have 20 days to file an answer. If you fail, your spouse can obtain a default judgment against you. The court may grant the divorce on the terms they requested. The answer is a formal document, a fill-in-the-blank form. An uncontested divorce is where both parties agree to the terms. Are no disputes over issues such as property division, child custody, and support. An uncontested divorce is usually faster and less expensive than a contested divorce. Remember, just because you think it is reasonable doesn't mean that your spouse will agree as well. There are several benefits to an uncontested divorce. It is faster than a contested divorce, that it is less expensive, as there are no lengthy court proceedings. Finally, it is less stressful. When both parties agree to the terms of the divorce, there is less animosity and bitterness. The uncontested divorce process involves preparation and signing of an agreement, which will outline the terms including property division, child custody, and support. Once the agreement is signed, it must be submitted to the court for approval. This agreement is formal and not written on the kitchen table on a scrap of paper. It must contain a number of mandatory clauses and be signed with a very special form of a notary. However, once the agreement is signed, all the conditions of the deal are in place and enforceable. The only thing you can't do is get remarried until you get the judgment of divorce. I've addressed uncontested divorces when service is a surprise and there is no agreement in place. The rules are different. After you have been served, you only have 20 days to answer. If you fail to respond, the case will proceed as an uncontested divorce, but as default, your spouse may get their wish list granted. Contact Port and Sava, 516-3522999 for a free telephone consultation. Remember, knowledge is power, and the more you know about the divorce process, the better equipped you will be to make informed decisions.